night and Bowler was being forced to work with Spam Can. The big green engine was taking a goods train to the station by the sinkhole as punishment for refusing to pull the express. In his own words, "Did you see how greasy those buffers looked?" Bowler shivered as the trucks were coupled up. In the distance, Garage sports car roared through the night, honking its horn long and loud. "Whenever that boy racer hoots, a real pea super rolls in," mumbled Spam Can. "There's a legend that when the fog's about, there's a bog monster about too. Take care of the old line, Bowler. I don't want to have to be the one to scrap you off the track in the morning." "Stupid chap," groaned Bowler. Cars and constant honking was giving him a headache. Soon Bowler was on the open line. The air was thick with all manner of foul smells as he rumbled through the countrysides. Chaps, pea supers, bog monsters. Spam Can really knows how to press a splendid green engine's buttons. There's no pea soup that I can see. But Bowler, not for the first time, was wrong. Almost immediately, he hit a bank of yellowish smog that clogged his bed something awful. "What's that flickering light?" coughed Bowler.
"It's an Aldous lamp," moaned his driver. "And if I remember my scout training, that's Morse code it's using. It's saying, 'Get the sordid hell out of here, you morons!'" "Who's there?"
No one replied. Bowler was forced to creep slowly forward. He stopped by a tree close to the sinkhole. It had a sign nailed to it, written in mud, "Beware of the bog monster." The driver was confused. "No one ever warned us about a bog monster in these parts before. And look, the signal's red, and the gates have been smashed by giant muddy fists. And there's a filthy cleaner's coat. But where's its owner? It's almost as if someone put it there to scare the bejesus out of us." Then they saw a hideous lumpy shape emerge from the station building. "Bog monster!" exclaimed Bowler. "Spam Can was right." "Something very stupid is happening," said his driver. "I think it's best we go back." "So do I," agreed Bowler. "If all this smoke gives me a rash." By morning, the pea super had cleared. A workman was talking to Bowler and his driver about the sinkhole. "Never heard of no bog monster there before," he said. "Luckily that Spam Can warned you." "Yes, and I have the sneaky suspicion he's the only engine who knows it exists," replied Bowler's driver. Later that day, he spoke to Bowler. "This bog monster thing has been a complete hoax. We can take our train back along the old line tonight." Bowler really wanted to pay Spam Can out for his silly little trick. When nightfall came, he was purring nicely. Suddenly, a chap's car hooted, and then old Stuck-Up grumbled by.
"Oh, look! Bowler's not spooked,"
said a truck, and the others chatted in their silly way. "Be quiet," snapped Bowler. "Of course I'm not scared. I'm not the sort of upper-class twit who blindly barges into trouble willy-nilly without knowing exactly what's going on." But he was. A little later, the pea super came down again. As they approached the sinkhole, they saw the Aldous lamp again, flickering its warning. "Here we go," said Bowler's driver, rolling his eyes. Then, unbeknownst to Bowler, the gates mysteriously closed by themselves, and the signal went red. The trucks had seen everything, and they were spooked.
"Slower! Slower! There's a bog monster about!"
On, yelled Bowler. "I'll show that silly Spam Can that he can't frighten me so easily." The mysterious figure watched Bowler go by. Ahead was a landslide blocking the line.
The trucks braked hard, but Bowler hit some of the rubble and plunged through the station wall.
Just then, Bowler's driver saw a strange sight standing on the other side of the demolished waiting room. "Who's that?" he said, and he pulled off the mask. "That's our bog monster. It's old Mr. Jenkins, the janitor." Did you say janitor? Old Mr. Jenkins was very frightened by Bowler's sudden appearance. "All right, it was me," he cried. "I found an old abandoned stash of gold while I cleaned out the toilets a few nights ago. I wanted to take all the gold for myself, so I told Spam Can about the bog monster to scare everyone away. Why weren't you scared too?"
Because, well, you make for a pretty rubbish monster, cried the driver. Is there anything we should do to him, Bowler?
Just keep him away from me. That man touches toilets for a living. He's worse than any bog monster. Keep away, foul demon and dirt. Back, I say.
Okay, stop yelling,
Cried old Mr. Jenkins.
I'll give all the gold back if you give me half a chance. I promise I won't spook you silly buggers. Honest, I won't.
And in a little while, after Bowler had fainted from Mr. Jenkins trying to shake his buffer, wish was granted. The gold was handed over to the council the next day, and old Mr. Jenkins was given 6 months for impersonating a personage of swampy descent. Finn Gitt presided over the ceremony.
For once in your pathetic lives, you and your driver have been really useful,
Said the Finn Gitt, nodding to a still terrified Bowler.
Let's hear a hearty thank you to the classiest, Ghostbuster on the island.
Everyone cheered except for Bowler, who was the most traumatized of all.